mixing, fixing for another big game. It's the coach, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see running back Joe Mixon coming off a 100-yard performance a week ago, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Minnesota Vikings. With that, we send you up to U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Standing by our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Gordon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. The numbers a week ago from Melvin Gordon. He was, without a doubt, one of the catalysts in that victory.
And he can really be the glue that makes this offense go, because when defenders have to commit to stopping him, that just opens up more opportunities in the passing game.
From the 44, Prescott. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Now Gordon on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here now the starters defensively for the Vikings. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
To throw is Prescott. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Certainly not what they wanted defensively. We're hoping to hold them to a field goal. Instead, they're able to convert the third and long here on the opening drive.
So not only was it a flip in field position and a flip in fortunes, but how about mentally? You just described it. They were hoping to force him into a field goal there. Instead, they give up the big gain, and now it's first and goal. The offense has got them on their heels.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a third and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards that time.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lane. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And here's the offense now. Charles, who's the guy you chose to highlight?
The tone setter, the guy in the middle, Alex Mack. His return, never good for the opposition.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Ready?
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. On the defensive side, here are the starters for Tennessee. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down.
It's just me and you.
Operating from the gun, Lane. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
First down, Tennessee.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And he finds Howard complete. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack.
And that's the first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Prescott under pressure again, and down he goes again.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they bring in an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
And now out comes Minnesota, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Lane throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Lane. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Ready, break. Mike, 54.
On first down, Lane. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Mixon with a first down carry. The numbers for Mixon last week, 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Check 52 to Mike. Check go.
Now Joe Mixon. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
We got this.
Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Vikings nothing.
Let's go. 30 base.
Mike, my boy. Watch the pass.
Hit it.
On 1st and 10, Lane. And his throw here is incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, but it's going to be second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lane. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hawkinson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Off play action. Lane. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now Ryan Suckup will come on and try the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out that just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. This is Gordon. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. 3rd and short yardage. Prescott. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Back deep, Travis Benjamin. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lane. And he's got a man, Demaryius Thomas. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. Throwing on 1st down. Lane. And Thomas has it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Mixon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Lane. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Here's Johnny Hekker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On first down. Gordon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On third down, it's Prescott. Looking for his running back, and he's got it.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. And now out comes Minnesota, and they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give him a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Lane. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt, and it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Yeah, they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. And that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll get this out wide to Taylor. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, able to make the play defensively. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Thomas has got it. Complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Looking to throw. Lane. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Lane. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Out come the Titans now. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
First down, Prescott. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Derwin James, the all-pro safety, is a rookie there to knock it away. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Prescott. Pass incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They run it here with Gordon. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Returning, it's Benjamin. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Around the NFL, 2nd quarter in Atlanta. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Lane. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Lane. His throw incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Lane. And that will be incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Lane. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They've got great field position, obviously, to start this drive. Tie game, do you maybe go a little riskier here with that great field position?
I think some guys look at it and say, let's go. Be aggressive. Be bold. Let's get it downfield right now. Other guys will look at it and say, you know something? I think we're in a position to get 3 points if we don't make any big mistakes. Run our offense, get in that spot, and see if you get the 3, and hopefully maybe even more.
Either way, I bet they're happy to have options. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Nick Kwiatkowski picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
30 base.
On first down, Lane. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Lane. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Here's Johnny Hacker now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And a nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Gordon. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott gets it to Gordon. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Looking to throw. Prescott. Now he's going to go up top. Oh, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Prescott off play action. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Prescott to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. On second down, Mixon, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run here with Mixon. Von Bell up to make the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And he fires a strike to his big target, Demaryius Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. They'll run on first down. Mixon, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Lane, and that's complete to Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 28.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Dexter Lawrence breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Mixon. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Throwing on 3rd and long. Lane. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will tie things up at 6-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
3rd and long for Prescott. That's complete. It's Gordon. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd down, Lane. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. From the gun on 3rd down, Lane. They got him in. It's Woods. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Mixon. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lane. And Thomas has it. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Prescott from the gun. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard. That'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause. And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Off the play fake, Prescott. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And a penalty flag is down to the backfield as they finally bring him to the turf. But I'm not sure this is going to stand. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
58. Right 58, right there. And watch that, and watch the block. 26.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. To throw is Prescott. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. Here's Prescott. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott, and this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field.
Ready? 10 Lobo. Check 954. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Snap.
On 1st and 10, Lane. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Lane. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Ready?
From the gun, Lane. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day.
Watch 54. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Throwing on 1st down, Lane. And his throw is incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Lane. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 34-yard line.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw. Lane. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Oh, Thomas unable to reel that one in, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up fourth down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Seconds kick is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. But we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Prescott.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen. Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
The previous play is under review.
The ball carried by the wide receiver.
Let's go.
First down.
Check.
They'll run on first down. It's Gordon. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Now Prescott. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Prescott now. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is good. And it'll be a hot time across the Cumberland tonight. The Titans have won it. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball.
You're handing
out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural. But
I like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that. And I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for the Titans, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.